How's it going, everyone? I'm just your everyday average Canadian nerd here to react to an everyday, typical American man who is here to learn about some amazing places in Canada. And, I've been coast to coast, I've been north, I've been south, and I've been on the rock, I've been on the island. So I am here to just add a little bit of context or input or thoughts and maybe answer some of the questions he poses while he learns about these places. So, without much ado, let's get this picture out of the way. Let's get this video into play.
What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about amazing places to visit in Canada. And to be perfectly honest, I think if you were to ask an American what amazing places they think of when they think of, oh, where would I visit in Canada?
Toronto?
They wouldn't be able to come up with much. We're only really familiar with some of the major cities, Toronto,
if
Quebec. But I know there's so much more that I'm missing here, which is why I chose this video in particular.
And, he brings up Quebec as the city, and he's probably not even thinking of Quebec City. He's thinking of the Quebec province, and not even thinking of the province of Quebec, probably just thinking of the people in Quebec, and by which I mean the province, and maybe he's thinking of Montreal or Montreal. So let's see what he actually thinks about Quebec City if we get there.
Amazing places in Canada, all of Canada. I don't want this to be some narrow point of view with just one city or anything. For this particular video, I want to see like a super broad, like, welcome to Canada. This is some cool stuff. And I do believe there's probably some cool stuff, so I'm actually quite interested.
I'm going to guess it's the major tourist attractions. So, like, yes, there will be Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, right? There will also be the West Edmonton Mall, the Calgary Stampede, all these... the Ottawa Tulip Festival, maybe. Let's see what we get.
To see what we have here, so let's take a look.
If you're looking for an amazing destination with beautiful scenery, lakes, lighthouses, mountains and valleys, Canada won't disappoint you.
True.
Man, no matter where you are, if you stick a lighthouse there, instant beauty.
Which reminds me, just last week, the American government was giving away lighthouses. And if you're an American watching this, I hope that you contacted your federal member of government and asked for your free lighthouse. That would have been pretty cool. I would have loved to live in a lighthouse for a while.
I gotta tell you, I'm a sucker for a good lighthouse.
Visit a quiet town, a national park, or a wilderness area not far from a major city.
Wow, this kind of Canada has everything. There's been like a super technologically advanced city, then a mountain goat or something, a lighthouse, beaches, a river, forest, mountains. It's pretty darn amazing.
It's almost like we were a place.
For a vacation filled with gorgeous views, northern lights, waterfalls.
Oh, northern lights? Wait, you can see the northern lights in Canada?
I mean, you have to go a little bit further north than the American border, but yeah, as long as it's a good clear sky, you're northerly enough, and there's a good amount of radioactive activity in the upper atmosphere, then sure, at nighttime, when the sun is away.
Really? That is awesome. I didn't know that.
For a vacation filled with gorgeous views, northern lights, waterfalls, and fun outdoor adventures, Canada has it all. Let's take a look.
I'm sold. This guy should be selling tickets or something. He'd make a fortune. I'm sold.
Yeah, in the town where I live, there's dozens of waterfalls nearby.
At the 10 best places to visit in Canada.
Okay.
Number 1, Banff National Park.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know if it's just the drone shot making this look incredible. A drone does have a way of making things look insanely amazing, but this this already from this angle is pretty beautiful.
You know, when I was young, we took my family, we took a trip on a bus from Ontario, like Ottawa region, all the way across the country to Vancouver. And then we took a bus ride back. Now, on the bus ride to Vancouver, we stopped at multiple points along the way, mostly for, like, science museums, because we're big nerds in this family. We stopped at the West Edmonton Mall, and one of our stops was in Banff, and that was mostly just for a bus transfer. And we didn't spend very much time in Banff. It was nighttime, and we were just waiting for our next bus. We were all pretty tired, but there was a beautiful hotel on a mountain overlooking gigantic forests, and it was lovely. And there was a karaoke bar, and we sat there for a long time because everything else in Banff was too expensive.
Canada is famous for its beautiful landscapes.
I mean, this is like... I've never seen anything like this in real life. It makes me already... We're not even partly into number one, and I'm already don't know what to say. It's insane.
If you really enjoy nature, you can't miss the Banff National Park. The beauty of nature is all you will find in Canada's first national park, located in Alberta's Rocky Mountains.
How big is this national park? My God. And it's located in Alberta?
Incredible wildlife living in those Rocky Mountains, combined with big glacial lakes, form up a beautiful, breathtaking view you can't miss.
The glacial lakes really are something spectacular. You don't get any lakes like that on ground level, that's for sure.
Banff's park system allows you to do some hiking.
I was just about to say, how do you traverse this? How do you have like an organized way to kind of attack all this beauty and wonder? But hopefully they have some paths. I mean,
you take a week, that's how.
And at a certain point, you want to kind of get lost and explore. Not get lost and starve to death, but, you know, get lost in just the perfect fun amount of way without the horrible death involved. Get lost a little and be able to kind of explore everything this park has to offer. I wonder if there's like a smart way to go about doing it.
Or enjoy the
plan ahead.
Landscapes on a bike ride. You can also do a kayak ride.
Yeah.
Don't miss the opportunity to be one with Canadian nature and visit this beautiful park on your next vacation.
I'd become one with Canadian nature. Give me the chance. Give me a chance.
Number 2.
I mean, Tyler, you've got all the chances you need. You just need to go out and do it.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, this is something like... I never...
So I live at the Niagara Falls... Geez, cat, you're so noisy. You must want to be picked up. So, I live in the Niagara Falls region, and it's wonderful. I really like going to the falls. Parking is really expensive, but if you can find a decent place to park, you can really enjoy your day. And spending time at the falls, especially at nighttime, especially in the holiday season, all wonderful. It's great all year.
I never realized Niagara Falls was in Canada. I mean, the way Americans talk about Niagara Falls, I suppose if I had traveled there, once you travel there, you would know for the rest of your life where it is. So this kind of sounds stupid to some people, I think. Sorry, but...
Well, Tyler, there's a Niagara Falls, Canada, and a Niagara Falls, New York. So you could be referring to either one of them. It's just the Canadian side is much more entertaining.
I'm being honest. I didn't realize it was in Canada. I always thought maybe it was somewhere in America. I always knew it kind of was north, but never truly thought about it because I never went there. But anyway, just something silly I thought about.
These breathtaking waterfalls do not...
Okay, so you can see on screen here, we've got the falls that are curve-shaped all the way to the side. That's the Canadian. And then you've got the flat falls that's coming down from the top. That's the American.
Not need too much introduction.
Yeah.
You have probably heard about them before. Niagara Falls is one of the most beautiful waterfalls in the whole world. So,
why is that barge there? What is that boat doing there?
The Maid of the Mist. It's to take tourists close to the falls.
There. Is he not like 30 feet away from getting swept away in the waterfall?
That's the point.
I'd be like, can we get out of here? Can we steer this away? We're close enough. I see it. I can see the waterfall. Thank you, Captain.
No, the thing is, you're paying like $50 a head to wear a plastic poncho and go as close to the waterfalls as possible. That's the point of that boat.
So you absolutely have to include it on your list when visiting the country.
Wow.
We assure you that you will enjoy these Canadian views, especially Horseshoe Falls.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure people have gone over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
There's a museum dedicated to the people who have gone over the falls. Yeah, it's cool stories.
One guy did, right?
Many people, male and female.
I know I learned that at some point.
Considered the most beautiful of these three falls. Number 3.
Wow.
Quebec City.
Okay, Quebec. When you ask someone in America to name a Canadian city, they'll either say Quebec or Toronto. So don't ask us to say what's in Quebec, because we couldn't tell you.
No, they couldn't.
No offense meant. It's more of a, I don't know, indication of the typical American ignorance of what exists in a major city in the world. But hey.
It's the only fortified city in the North American continent north of Mexico. Stroll through the cobblestone street.
Oh, it's fortified? As in there's walls?
North American continent north of Mexico.
Whoa. That's cool. Fortified as in there's these tiers and kind of walls built here?
As in back during the English-French wars that we learned about in the first few episodes, yes, this city was a walled-up fort. Enough said.
It's kind of cool.
Stroll through the cobblestone streets and soak in the city's magnificent heritage, storied past, and European charm. Quebec City is one of the most enchanting places to see in Canada because of its many activities and attractions throughout the year.
It's a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot.
This, all by Quebec? Why?
And actually, in the city, there's a lot to do. I remember spending one day there. We went to the old Olympic arena that it was built for an Olympic event, but then it slowly decayed over time, and it became a what's the word? Arboretum.
I mean, I swear I've never been to an American city where just you go there and then right next door is just beautiful jaw-dropping scenery.
Then you've never been to Las Vegas.
That seems like all of Canada. What's going on?
Visit the Citadel of Quebec, an active military installation with over 300 years of history.
Cool.
Relax at Battlefields Park, the site of fierce clashes between the British and French empires. Today, within the park's 255 acres...
Oh, look at this. I didn't realize there was so much history. French, British, Canadian history going on in Quebec.
Like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before filming this video, he learned about the wars. Like the 7 Years' War, the 1812, all the wars leading up to that.
I do believe they speak a fair bit of French in Quebec, if I'm not mistaken. That's one thing I know.
Le Sai.
But I had no idea it had this kind of historical look to it. But now, whenever I think of Quebec, I'm gonna know. I know things now.
We'll see if he remembers.
You'll find landscaped gardens, monuments, fountains, and riverfront views.
Cool.
Perched on a cliff top 60 meters above the St. Lawrence River is the panoramic Dufresne Terrace.
Is this Terrace?
Dufresne Terrace, or Terrace of Dufresne.
Terrace, I probably butchered that. It's almost like a castle? Or a terrace? If that's what he means by terrace. We could say a terrace?
Yes.
I didn't know there were structures like this. It seems like a castle to me, almost.
This 425-meter-long boardwalk is a marvelous setting for a stroll with spectacular views.
Wow.
Number 4.
Yeah. Oh, look, we're going to get Toronto next.
Of course. Toronto.
This is good, because I need a mental picture in my mind that I can cement it in. Okay, that was Quebec. This is Toronto. Got it.
Toronto. Even though Canada is famous for its wildlife and natural landscapes,
Wow. Hold on. Gotta go back.
Yeah, we got trees.
even though Canada is famous for
For now, until Doug Ford, the brother of the crack-smoking Ford, gets rid of the Greenbelt.
Look at this. Look at all the forest combined with the city. I love that. That's one of my favorite features of a city. A good forest built in, hybridized with the city. It's beautiful. Nature, modernness. That's cool.
It is really nice to be walking down city streets and have the shade provided by trees all over the place.
wildlife and natural landscapes, it also has
Yeah.
some cool things to see in its cities. Try delighting yourself with some artworks in the Ontario's Art Gallery.
Yeah.
You must visit the famous Hill House, an amazing
yeah.
piece of architecture.
Wait, Ontario. Hold on. Ontario. Is that a region?
It's kind of like a state, only we call it a province.
Because I've heard of Ontario. It's a province, okay? And Toronto is in it.
The capital city of that province.
I am learning. Toronto, Ontario.
Oi.
Oh my god, this must sound like... Oops, I need to go to maps. Apparently there's a lot of tornadoes. Yes.
Because Toronto and tornado are spelt similarly.
Somehow I'm looking for resorts.
Google.
Anyway. Okay. This must seem so dumb to a Canadian. This must seem so sad how I'm having to look up Ontario
That'd be like us saying, what's an Arkansas? Is that a thing?
and Toronto. But hey, better late than never. I blame the American educational system. We were forced to memorize 50 states. Cut me some slack. 50 states and capitals. I couldn't squeeze in Toronto, Ontario.
Built in 1903 by the business magnate Sir Henry Mill Palat. This historical house is usually used as a museum. It has also been used many times as a set for the filming of movies and TV shows.
Oh,
It's totally worth taking a look at this creepy but fancy house.
I'd look at it.
While exploring Toronto, you will find some interesting spots, like CN Tower.
Look at this. This city looks pretty modern as well. Totally different feel than Quebec.
Yes, it is a very modern city with skyscrapers and roads and buses and an underground transit. I'm a country boy. I grew up in a forest. This is advanced to me. What I know? What do I know?
I see.
You know,
So now I know there's a big distinction, just in the look.
it's just
Next
it's
to
a city,
Ontario's
right?
Lake,
A
you
city.
can find this famous tower, the most popular in the country. 553 meters high with a stunning 360-degree view,
I've
which
seen
will
this.
allow you to see the whole city.
I have seen this before. In a previous video
Yes.
that I was reacting to, I saw this really cool tower.
From a
Yeah, you should watch the movie Canadian Bacon. It will feature this building as well as the Niagara Falls from both sides.
panoramic view. Number 5, Ottawa.
Ottawa. Yes, Ottawa. I know these things.
This is also in Ontario.
Only after he says them, of course. I could never come up with it on my own. But I'll take credit. I know Ottawa. That's another Canadian city.
On screen now, you can see the Parliament buildings. They are the centerpiece, the tall spires, the copper roofs.
I'm sorry, but I got distracted by this picture.
In sundown.
It also has a lot of history by the look of it.
And I believe the fall as well.
Canada has a lot to show, and its capital could not fall behind.
Oh, it's the capital. Oh no, I didn't know it was the capital. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
The nation's capital.
Ottawa, Canada, capital. Okay. I've heard of Ottawa. Toronto, Quebec. These are the things we learn in America.
While visiting Ottawa, you can delight yourself by its rich architecture.
Yeah?
A mix of picturesque Gothic buildings with formalistic structure.
Oh, yes. What do they call it? The Everlasting Flame? I don't think that's... The Eternal Flame. That's the name for it. It's just a gas-powered fire that burns always for as long as I've been alive.
Cool.
Take a walk in their streets to enjoy the view of Parliament Hill and other government buildings.
Parliament Hill is great on national holidays like Canada's Day. It becomes a big place to congregate for like a party where there are police presence. They're just like walking around making sure everyone's okay. So like before marijuana was legalized, they'd be like walking by, we'd be smoking a joint. They'd be like, "Hey, you staying safe? Cool." And they just keep on walking.
There are multiple museums and art galleries you can find in Ottawa.
Which is one reason why this is known locally, like in the province, as the city that fun forgot. Because as a teenager growing up in Ottawa, there wasn't a lot of great entertainment out there. Like you could go to a movie theater, you could go to a public garden, museums. You could go to Parliament.
Right, so Ottawa is the capital, so it has all the government parliament buildings in it. Makes total sense.
Places like Laurier's House or Canada's War Museum have some artistic and historical pieces for you to discover.
War Museum was always cool.
Cool.
If you enjoy nature rather than city lights, take a walk by the Rideau Waterway,
Rideau.
the oldest river in North America.
Also a canal.
The oldest river in North America. How do they know that? How do you... I won't question them. Whoever they are, fine. It's the oldest river.
Okay, so in discovering places, in naming places, in building places, that is how it becomes the oldest.
Cool.
This huge river is considered World Heritage, and it connects Ottawa City with Lake Ontario.
Cool.
Number 6, Golden, British Columbia.
Golden. Is this a city? A place? Called Golden?
Correct.
Located in the middle of 6 national parks, Golden is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Canada for outdoor and wildlife adventures.
Wow, this does look beautiful. Is it a park? A national park? Golden.
Yes, intersection of national parks. High elevation, so make sure you don't do any running that you can't handle with low oxygenation.
Hold on. I need to know. I must know. Golden. Canada? Can't. Google. American Google doesn't even know what I'm trying to say. Golden. No, not hotels. Golden. It was in British Columbia.
There you go.
Golden is a town. Okay. It's technically a town. Says Google. And I live my life by what Google says. So I have to
So it
accept
seems, yeah.
Summer activities here include hiking, rock climbing, mountain biking, paragliding, and even heli rafting.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'd do that. That's actually kind of scary. But the outdoorsiness, the grit, the real physicality of visiting Golden and everything you can do here, this is right up my alley. This would keep me busy. This is like my favorite so far. This sounds awesome.
Be sure to visit Glacier Park, Yoho, and the Columbia Wetlands, located just south of the city. This is North America's longest protected wetlands and home to over 200 different species of birds and animals.
Wow.
If you're interested in wildlife, stop by the Grizzly Bear Refuge at Kicking Horse Mountain Resort.
Like, it's not like these places are within a walk from each other, right?
Grizzly Bear Refuge. Man, there's a ton of things you can do here.
Sure to pay a visit to its famous resident bear, Boo, or take a walk on the...
Boo? Boo the bear? Do Canadians know of Boo? Seems nice.
I mean, people who've been in the region, I'm more familiar with Winnie.
Seems like a nice bear. He was just digging.
Wild side with wolves at the Wolf Center.
Wait, they're just walking with them. They're just walking with these wolves. and they're not getting eaten. What? Can people like pet the wolves? Is it okay? Can I travel here? Wait, we're in Vancouver. Wait, when did we get to Vancouver? Wait a minute. Is this still golden?
British
What's going on
Columbia
here? I might have to
is
fish around.
a province.
Quick life.
Oh, I can
Vancouver,
check down here.
Golden.
No, I'm still in Golden. No, wait, it does
Close.
go to Vancouver. Huh. The wolves are in Golden.
Close on the
map. Mystery solved. The wolves are still part of the whole Golden thing. Perfect. I can go there, get my hike on, pet the wolves. Sounds great.
Wildside with wolves at the Wolf Center. Number 7. Vancouver.
Okay. If
Close.
I just waited 2 seconds, been a little patient, everything would have been revealed to me. Number 7 is Vancouver. That's a Canadian city I forget about for some reason. I don't know why.
A lot of films and TV get filmed in Vancouver. And I just accidentally put the video back 10 minutes. So let's push it back up to here. We'll go here.
Can people like pet the wolves? Is it okay? Can I travel here? Wait, we're in Vancouver. Wait, solved.
At the Wolf Center. Number 7.
Here we go.
Vancouver.
Okay. If I had just waited 2 seconds, been a little patient,
Sorry.
everything would have been revealed to me.
Keyboard.
Number 7 is Vancouver. That's a Canadian city I forget about for some reason. I don't know why. It's famous.
I don't know why either.
Vancouver. Man.
A
I
big
forgot
city.
that it existed.
Vancouver
High
is meant to
population.
be experienced outdoors. Thanks
Cool.
to its temperate climate and abundance of rain, this city has its fair share of lush outdoor spaces, the largest among them being Stanley Park.
Yeah, great climate over in Vancouver. Is really nice over there. Compared to a lot of other parts in Canada, it's just nice.
Oh, wow. So this is like, if you don't want to go to Golden, you can go to Vancouver and do some cool outdoorsy things while appreciating the beautiful city.
Yes.
Vancouver sounds perfect.
Not that different from San Francisco in that regards, where you've got a lot of nature, nice weather, and also city.
If you're not up for strolling its nearly 1,000 acres, visit some of the city's other beloved outdoor attractions, like Queen Elizabeth Park or Van Dusen Botanical Garden.
That's a nice botanical garden. Seems like everywhere has a botanical garden, but I won't rip on them. This one seems nice.
Oh, Tyler, what you don't understand about the botanical gardens, because it seems like you've never got around the continent, is that everyone displays what they've got in that local area, the local flora. So you go to one in Arizona, you're going to get a lot of cactus. You go to one here in the Niagara region, you're going to get a lot of flowers. You go there to Vancouver, you're going to get a lot of different flowers. It's about experiencing the wildlife that you don't have where you live.
For a real thrill, take a walk across the Capilano Suspension Bridge.
Why did, with everyone kind of fighting for space on it, I'd have fun on this bridge, but why does everyone have to, it's kind of busy. I hope they test those lines out every morning.
Which hovers
Regularly.
230 feet above the Capilano River. When you're ready to refuel, you'll have your pick of delicious market eats at Granville Island.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now he's speaking my language. Some delicious market treats and eats. That's all I'd go to Vancouver for.
And Lonsdale Quay.
Key.
Number 8, Jasper National Park.
Okay.
You cannot enjoy this country without visiting this park. Before you even get here,
Really?
you will have already enjoyed one of the most beautiful views in the whole world by crossing the Icefields Parkways.
It's true.
Oh.
There, you can gaze at the Athabasca Glacier and enjoy the views
yeah.
of various...
Huge.
Whoa, go back.
There, you can gaze at the
This doesn't even look real.
Oh, it's
it
real.
looks like it was generated by a computer to be just a beautiful mountainscape.
Oh,
How
nope.
could you?
It's a mountain.
I mean, imagine driving by this. It would honestly just make my brain explode.
Walking around is just breathtakingly beautiful as well.
I've never seen anything like this beautiful and daunting in real life ever. So, this would be special to
I liked Jasper much more than I liked Banff.
see this.
The Basca Glacier and enjoy the views of various turquoise rivers. And if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to see a grizzly bear.
Oh,
Just not up too close.
No,
Yeah.
stay
Another
away.
impressive thing that characterizes Canada is the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
yeah, what the heck? That's so cool. That you can see them from Canada. That's just another reason to go to Canada. I didn't need any more reasons. Wow.
You just got to go north enough. He didn't need any more reasons, and this was 9 months ago, and I believe he still has not been to Canada. Tyler, what's going on, man? Like, you got to take a vacation.
Ow.
In Jasper National Park, you'll be able to see the Northern Lights from May until September.
Oh, you can do it from this park. From Jasper National Park.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was when I first saw them, as far as I can recall. It was nighttime. We were along a beach, like in this photo, and the lights were in the sky. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's great.
Number 9, Cape Breton Island.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Located on the East Coast, Cape Breton makes for a great place for a road trip.
Yeah, you can take a car to get to the Scotia if you want, but it's probably better to fly and then rent a car.
One of the highlights of the island
I've never heard of this, ever.
is the Cabot Trail, which is a 300-kilometer route through the Cape Breton Highlands National Park.
Oh, wow.
Along the way, you'll be driving
So you don't see mountains with trees often. At least I don't.
Ever been to Virginia?
That makes it unique. And the fact that the road's built into it. My God.
through the Cape Breton Highlands National Park.
Or on the other side of the country, you ever been to California? Like Redwood National Park? Sequoia National Park? The Blue Ridge Mountains? Like, these are... Am I more traveled than Tyler?
Along the way, you'll be driving through a mix of terrain, including
Lighthouse.
scenic coastal roads and hills. For those feeling adventurous,
Wow.
Cape Breton offers various hiking routes, including the Skyline Trail, which you could explore for epic views of rural Canada.
Oh, that was cool. That
the
was
Skyline
it.
Trail,
Wait.
which you could explore for
Look at this
epic
thing.
views.
Look at this thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sign me up. Man.
Beautiful sights.
As
Let's
far
go.
as walking goes and hiking, it can get old, but once you throw in besides the fact that it's on a beautiful, huge mountain, this little pathway with the steps, it works. It just works.
of rural Canada. Number 10, St. John's.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Canada's far eastern province of Newfoundland
Newfoundland. You go to meet the Newfies. Yeah, you're going to have a good time.
and Labrador is the historic and friendly city of St. John's.
It does look friendly. That's the perfect word for it. Somehow these houses with the vibrant colors
Iconic housing.
and the boxy shapes, it looks so cute and friendly. Wow.
This is the main gateway for air travelers to the island of Newfoundland.
Okay.
But many people
Newfoundland.
come simply to enjoy the city.
Yeah. I
Colorful
bet.
buildings line the sloping streets that run along hills
Yeah.
with views out over the harbor.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
this. What the heck? It looks like out of a fantasy, a storybook. They're built on the side of hills, the houses. They're colored real cool colors. It's like a oil painting or
That's what happens when you build your town on a rock, right?
something.
The city also has numerous historic sites and attractions, including Signal Hill, George Street, and Cape Spear Lighthouse.
Cool.
But the real appeal
Lighthouse.
is the vibrant atmosphere, the people, and the maritime culture that makes this city so unique from mainland Canada.
Yes, the Newfie people are the gem on the island of Newfoundland.
I bet the people here are happy. Just on average. Like, you can just feel it. How can you live in this little town I actually don't know if it's little. How can you live in this town and not be happy? Look at it.
One year when I was a teenager, I had a 3-week camp course. It took place in Quebec, near Saint Jean, and we had a few newfies, and one of them was my roommate, and it took a few days for me to understand his accent, but after that, like, we just got along great. Newfies are wonderful people.
From the cosmopolitan streets of Toronto to the mountain peaks of the Canadian Rockies,
Yeah.
Canada features a diverse set of vacation destinations.
It really does.
Didn't even bring up Edmonton or Calgary.
A very diverse set of vacation getaways.
So, which one of these places in Canada are you planning to visit during your next holiday? Don't think too much. Just pack your bags and book your trip to Canada and try visiting each of the above listed places.
Okay, I think that's about the end of it.
Okay, to visit each of them and to actually take in and appreciate each of them, you're going to need more than a month.
Joyous Travel. That was a real good video. Thank you. All of those places were beautiful, amazing, in different ways, in totally different ways. You can find all these different places in Canada. And Americans just aren't aware enough of this. It's weird. I need to spread the word on this. There's some really cool places in Canada. National parks, cities, cool capes. So much, almost like so much to look at. Yeah, I mean, what can I say except the one thing that was kind of true for all of them is that they were all beautiful. Some were historical.
Yeah.
Just,
So,
I can't reiterate enough.
that's Canada.
That Americans just don't know enough about the rest of the world.
It seems like you don't know enough about the rest of America either, because there's a lot of similarities between exploring Canada and exploring the United States. Going through vast countryside of mountains without a lot of houses, national parks, and just great wildlife and scenery, a diverse array of wonderful people all over. It's very similar.
Especially Canada. Our
Especially
neighbor.
Canada.
It's right there. We're right next to each other.
Yeah, right
We
here. Come
travel
visit.
To and fro so easily.
Yeah,
It's all
come on
these
over.
amazing places. It's not like in some far off land.
I mean, it kind of is a far off land, but it's right there. Come on over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't say enough good things about what I saw in this video, for sure. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video,
Or this one.
feel free to give it a like or leave
or
a
like
comment.
this one.
And if you're
comments.
interested in more videos like this,
Just come back.
content like
There's a
this,
playlist at the
me
end.
reacting to Canadian
Me reacting to
culture,
him.
places, news, things.
The cat
Feel free to
sometimes.
subscribe.
Oh,
for
yeah.
more. And until then, thanks for watching,
Yes, thank you very much for watching.
and see you next time.
And I hope you enjoyed it even a little bit as much as I have. And I hope that we get to hang out sometime going to the falls. So, hey, if you're coming to Niagara Falls, let me know. If you want to get together somewhere else in the country, that's good too, you know. Let's go to Newfoundland. Let's check out Banff and Jasper. You can afford my plane ticket, right? Because YouTube's not paying me anything. Maybe I should set up no. I'm just gonna say thanks for watching. Y'all just keep being awesome. Bye. Science, spirit, life. Nerd Pumpkin.